So, Chiara, could you tell us how has the community, for example, been a cause of dissatisfaction to the people, or a cause of people to feel down, or created the perception that people are not feeling happy about themselves, based on your experience?
First thing I would like to say that often the community shapes our brain since childhood, and it doesn't matter how much deep in your community you are, how much religious you can be, how much cultural you can be, still there are some kind of seeds that are put in you during your personal development that then you will bring for the rest of your life with you. And for how much personally you can have been shaped your personality, still there will be part of your way of thinking and your way of acting that have been shaped according to the community or communities you have been living in. And clear example can be when I started, like in the beginning of my experience of being a single mother. I come from a small town in southern Italy where everybody knows each other, and the gossip is quite spread. So let's say the topic of single motherhood is still seen a taboo somehow, and it's seen as something, you know, like something to be ashamed of if it's the parents, or something, you know, that, oh, poor girl, now she's a single mother, how's she gonna manage? And so in the beginning of my process, even though I am fully aware and fully convinced that there is nothing bad or nothing better than the traditional family, for me, it's like every kind of shape of family is the right family, as long as kids are happy and well treated, you know. It doesn't matter if a single parent family, same gender family, whatever. As long as the kids are well taken care of, this is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you have the partner or not with you. But, you know, the seed of my community was in me, and I was thinking, how am I gonna face my community once I go back home? My parents might be very ashamed of me. What is my dad thinking about me? I was ashamed, as we were speaking before. I had the shame in me of being not the traditional mother that I grew up in the community that you should be.
That's right.
And beginning, this was really, you know, taking me inside. Like, I'm a bad mother because I taken away from my son the chance of having the traditional family. That's the only way for him to be happy in. But then I thought, why do I have to be ashamed of? Because in my community, nobody is divorced. You know, like in my small town, I don't know anybody that is divorced. In my family, I don't know anybody that is divorced. So I'm the first, you know, in my small community. And thinking, oh, this is so bad, I'm ashamed. And then I was thinking, why to be ashamed? Well, how if I turn this shame into pride? I'm the first that finally had the guts to do what I am sure that many other women wanted to do and didn't have the courage to do so. And this doesn't mean that I'm any way better than them, just that I don't have to feel inferior to them because I chose happiness. And, even though I have a very, very extremely good relationship with the father of my child, but still, it's in your brain. The community grew up this way. The community during your development teaches you that that's the only way of being a mother. And once you change, it's, you know. And instead I said, I want to be proud of who I am. I want to be proud of being the first one to do something that other people didn't have the courage to do. And I want to be proud of the amazing relationship that I have with the father of my child, even though we are not together anymore. And so I really wanted to start sending a message with this. In the beginning, when I went the first time in my hometown, I went to my hometown for the first time after divorce. I remember, don't say anybody, like pretend you're still married, so you don't have to hear.
And that's even more difficult, I think.
I was thinking, like, for not hearing comments, I'm gonna fake of being married still. You know, this is totally hypocrisy. was like, you know what, I'm going to speak openly. And this is the way you can change perceptions in communities, by talking. Because
Exactly.
news can affect, the TV can affect, the media can affect, but until a certain point. Academic reach a certain target of people. The real activism comes by taking the single people, talking, giving your perception, showing the different sides of the story, different abilities. This is the real activism. And so I thought, sharing my experience, not being ashamed and not faking that I'm married still.
Yes.
It's a way of doing the activism and maybe empowering other women to choose and to believe in themselves, that they can manage also by themselves. They don't need a man to feel completely family with their kids. And the response was really interesting, because I could see that some was, you know, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Comment, but you see from the face that in the brain, the judgment is going on.
Exactly. Yeah, that's.
But then I got amazing response. Like, my grandma dropped me a bomb. Like, my grandma is 86 years old.
That's right.
It's a very interesting story. Comes from a multicultural background. She has seen the Second World War as a minority. You know, she has seen it quite a lot. And my mom said, don't say anything to Granny, because, you know, she's old, let her be. She's anyway a religious person. Divorce is, like, you know, a topic for her. Maybe you want to avoid it and so on. But, you know, I grew up with my grandma. I don't need to say anything. She knows it already. So I was sitting with her on the sofa. She looks at me and she says, is everything good with your husband? I was like, yeah. Don't lie to me. I know it's not true.
She already knew from somebody, I think.
Yes, she knew it already. And I was like, well, you know, we divorced and blah, blah, blah. And she said, why didn't you say anything to me? And I said, well, because I don't want to make you sad. You know, like, this is the amazement of the community. You know, like, it doesn't matter the age, it matters more how much the culture and the upbringing have affected you. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It affects you on different level.
So thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
Same. Bye.
Bye.